And now, a thought from man. When I really think back on this Castlevania series that came out on Netflix, I feel like I kinda gave it a bad rap. In my mind, I just kept believing, oh, this is gonna be so drab and dreary and so frickin' dull. I just thought, no, it's not gonna be pleasant, it's gonna be awful. But after watching it, honestly, it's actually kind of funny, which is kind of weird considering all the weird shit that goes on in it. It's just honestly something that gets a smile out of me every time I watch the episodes.
Thanks.
The show is based on the old video game series Castlevania, which honestly I never played as a kid. I really wasn't allowed to, but the thing is, this series holds up even without having to play the games. The main premise is about this guy named Trevor Belmont, who's a vampire hunter who tries to save these people from Dracula's evil army of demons. It's something you can follow pretty easily without having to rely on the old games to try to fill in the blanks. I kinda like that, you know? It's something that can stand out on its own. It doesn't have to rely on the original source material. So that's something I really give him an A+ for.
Really?
The main character, Trevor Belmont, honestly, he's sort of what makes this series pretty enjoyable. Just his straight up I don't give a fuck attitude just works very well. It offsets the world around him very much because the villagers he has to deal with, they're idiots. They pretty much are the reason for Dracula even attacking them because they burned his wife at the stake. So obviously it's like, I can't really sympathize with you dumbasses because it's like, yeah, that happened because you burned his fucking wife! They ultimately didn't know that she was his wife, but the main reason they burned her alive in the first place was because witchcraft, and all she was really doing was healing people and helping them using science. So their thing is like, no, we must burn her because the church says so. It's like, oh my god, it's the Salem witch trials, god damn it, you fools. And then that just unleashed the hounds of hell on them. And Trevor Belmont is basically like, of course this fucking happened because you dumbasses did that. This was all your own fucking fault. And they just give great reasoning behind his attitude. They don't make him too apathetic though. He mainly will still help people as long as his thing is like, okay, you're innocent enough, it's not all your fault. He knows it's mainly because they're being manipulated by a very corrupt church. So his thing is, I still will do the right thing. That is my sworn duty as a Belmont. He's still very much a protagonist in that sense. He still will do the right thing for the right reasons. It's just funny how he'll go about doing those right things.
Where are the speakers?
I've put them somewhere safe.
I swear it just moved.
Dracula is the villain of this series, but honestly, you kind of find yourself rooting for him because it's like, you guys burned his fucking wife because you thought she was doing witchcraft. I mean, sure, angels and demons exist here and all, but come on, she was healing people. Dracula ultimately was gonna leave the villagers alone because his wife told him, don't mess with them, they're basically harmless. But since they killed her, it's like, oh, now all hell's gonna unleash on you. And honestly, it's just funny because it's like, you idiots poked the bear, now you gotta fucking deal with it. It's just like, damn, dog, that just ended poorly for you guys. You just need to make better decisions with your lives, cause shit. Dracula ended up sparing this one old woman from his wrath because she realized, yeah, it was wrong to burn this woman. She was just healing people and helping them. What is wrong with you guys? He spared her life, but he was like, no, for you villagers and all you people who decided to sit and watch and not speak up, it's like, y'all are in trouble. Y'all are gonna die because of this bullshit. And honestly, I'm like, yeah, they brought this upon themselves, and I tell you now, the vengeance he reaps on them is like, Jesus. Like, this is a very adult-rated series. I mean, ugh, what he does to these people is, oof. The one thing I really was not expecting from this series was a very nice sense of humor. I just thought, oh god, this series is gonna take itself way too seriously. It's gonna be so fucking heavy-handed, and I'm just not gonna have fun. But as I watched it, I was like, dude, this is funny. Like, honestly, it's funny. Even with Dracula, and he's not trying to be funny, I'm kind of laughing because it's like, yeah, you idiots deserve this. You burned his fucking wife. I can't stress how much you guys deserve this ass whooping you're getting. And then there's Trevor's way of dealing with these idiots. It's just funny. It's just very funny. It's very sick as to what he does to a lot of these dumbasses, but at the same time, it's like, they deserve it. Like, what he does to these two guys trying to attack this old man, it's like, yeah, you guys very much earned this ass whooping you got. Like, you cannot get mad. You deserve this. So honestly, I just really like that they know how to just make this a bit lighthearted, but at the same time very sick and sadistic.
Oh, hell. I'm sorry. I was trying to snatch the stave out of your hand. How's your finger?
What fucking finger?
The animation is honestly working in overtime. It very much plays to this world's sense of gothic dread and whatnot, while at the same time not drowning it out in very dull colors. Like, its use of red, it just invokes the atmosphere. It just really gets you into this dark sense of evil. You find yourself completely engulfed in it because it just looks so beautiful how they make the backgrounds work with the coloring and everything. And then there's also the way they flow with action. The action sequences are very well coordinated and well animated. Honestly, it's just enjoyable watching these people fight and attack each other. Like, it's just done very well. It looks just plain gorgeous. They sort of use a bit of that choppy skip style that some animators and animes use to be able to help the animation kind of flow a bit nicer, and it very much works here. Sometimes there's even times when I'm like, is this in CGI or is that just really good 2D? Because the way it moves, it's like, it feels 3D, but at the same time feels 2D. It looks mainly 2D though. So I really like what they're doing here. They just really were like, we need to really push boundaries with this. And I really appreciate that, especially since it's like, why not try to go all out with a video game series, you know? It's like, make this something great. Make this something that would probably get more people to make more movies or TV shows based off of video games. I just like that.
Well, shit.
Honestly, I'm just plain loving this series. It's just really good. It passed my expectations. I thought, oh god, it's gonna be drab, it's gonna be dreary, it's not gonna be very enjoyable and very unpleasant, but honestly, I really enjoy this. It's very sick and very sadistic, but it happens to those that deserve this horrible punishment because, like, you guys brought this on yourselves. I just really like that. They managed to make me enjoy the horribleness that's going on. It's kind of sick on my part, but hey, that's kind of what they were going for. And I'm also really liking the fact that you don't have to play the original games to be able to enjoy it. It's something anybody can pick up and follow along with. That's just something I truly do enjoy the most about this series. Trevor is honestly a great protagonist. He's a major lovable jerk, and honestly, it's fun to watch him do his thing. There's only 4 episodes out right now, but I'm very excited for the rest, because this is just another Netflix great. But that's just a thought.
Free.